Hey there, John.Hunter, your mortgage guy. Should you buy now or should you wait? That's kind of the million-dollar question. Everybody knows rates are going to come down next year or beginning of the following, but really, what's the difference, right? I mean, if we're talking a couple points, that's a huge difference in payment. Should you wait and buy now or wait till then? So I ran the numbers, right? And this video is for those of you that like numbers. This is what it's going to be all about. So the numbers will probably shock you. I know when I decided to do the video, I knew the numbers were going to work. I just didn't know how much, and they actually surprised me. So let's just jump right into it, and let's get into the details, and I think you're going to like this. Right, if you buy today versus wait till rates drop. A couple of assumptions here. I'm going to assume today the rate would be about 7.5. Some scenarios are coming in a little bit higher. Some are coming in a little bit lower than that. So just use 7.5 as a middle of the road. And then let's say in 18 months, rates drop to 5.5, all right? And I'm also going to assume home prices between now and then will appreciate at about 5%, which I think is pretty conservative. It's been a little lower recently, but it will pick up once the rates start to drop and buyers come back in the market in droves, which they will. So a $500,000 house, if you bought it today with 20% down, would require $100,000 down. You'd be financing $400,000. At 7.5, your payment would be $27.96 and 86 cents. That's principal and interest alone. Now, 18 months later, when rates drop to 5.5, now you're financing around 405 because I'm assuming about $5,000 in cost to refi, right? So I'm just being conservative there because I'm not giving any credit for payments made, principal reduction to the loan. Let's just say, right, you're 405,000 is your financed amount, right? At 5.5% interest rate. So then now the payment is lowered to $2,299.55. Okay. Now, same house, but you wait to buy it. Now you're buying it for $525,500 because it went up in price. 20% down of that is $105,100, financing $420,400. 5.5, the payment is $23.86 and 98 cents, right? So the difference, between if you were to wait and buy it today, the payment is $409.88. So then I think you can extrapolate the cost of buying is $7,377.84. Because that's the premium in rate, right? Assuming, you're using 5.5 as your baseline, because that's what you're waiting for. You have to wait 18 months to get it and buy the house now and take that rate. So the difference is $409.88 a month, $7,377.84, right? Is the cost there. So, but we're 18 months later now. So if you buy now, you owe $405,000. You had $100,000 out of pocket for your down payment, and your payment is basically $2,300, right? But if you were to wait, buy the same house, now you owe $424,000, and your out of pocket expense is $105,100. That's just the down payment, right? And you're at $23.86 and 98 cents principal and interest, right? So the net equity difference between those two, assuming, because you came in with a little bit more money on the second than if you waited, is $20,400 in 18 months. But wait, that's not the whole story here, because remember, the payment's lower if you buy now and then refi than if you were to wait and purchase at the exact same rate 18 months from now. So that's about $87.43 per month lower because you're financing less. That's $1,049.16 a year. And if you factor that into the equity savings you already have, the life of the loan savings is $49,901. That's real money, right? These numbers work all day long. It absolutely makes sense to purchase now if you can do it, right? Obviously, it does hurt qualifying. A little bit higher interest rates, qualify for a little bit less. But if you can find the house that you like and you can qualify now, there's no reason to wait. You'll look like the smartest guy in the room or smartest girl in the room in about 18 months if you were to purchase now and then refi later. So it makes sense all day long. Hopefully these numbers help make that make sense for you. And please let me know if you have any questions on it. I know people talk about it all the time, and I'm sure you're like me. You hear somebody like me say that, and you're just going to think, well, he's just looking for a sale. He's just a salesman, whatever. So, but the numbers don't lie, right? It's there. It makes sense. Like I said, you'll look like the smartest guy or smartest girl in the room in 18 months or 2 years from now when you have a whole bunch of equity and you locked in the prices today versus prices tomorrow. So there's a saying in our industry, right? And I'm not sure if you've heard it, but it's that you marry the house and you date the rate. And there's never been a time more true than right now, that saying. So John.Hunter, I'm your mortgage guy. If you want to get pre-qualified, you want to run these numbers in your scenario, you want to see what you qualify for today, or even if you want to wait, if you have questions about qualifying or the market or anything, I'm your guy. Check out my YouTube site. I've got more videos about VA and credit and other issues. And I'll be starting a weekly what are rates doing this week email that if you subscribe, you can get it every week and just kind of keep your finger on that pulse. So have a great week and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.